Hey everybody, this is Cousin Beth, and I just wanted to do a quick video. I spent the week with Stuart and Tim. You may recognize this quilt because I've been working on this quilt for 2 years. Yes, it's confession time late night on Sunday night. And I just wanted to go over a couple of quick things about it. So if you decide to do this or something similar, hopefully this will help. So I found this fabric. There's 6 of them, the fabrics, on the clearance rack at Tim and Stewart's 2 years ago, so it's long gone, and just fell in love with it, and it just looked like my best girlfriend Jen, and so I wanted to make her a special quilt. I fell in love with the fabric, and then I picked the pattern, but I did not read the pattern, which was dumb on my part, and so please do not do as I did. Read your pattern first. The pattern, ironically, is called Alchemy, and it's a free pattern that you can download online, and it actually has a full set of 13 fabrics to go along with the pattern. I ended up having to go buy supplementary fabrics. I really love batiks, and buying sort of deep batiks to pull out these blues and greens really has worked well. So as you can see, Mondrian was an artist who did things with black lines. If you think the Partridge bust from the Partridge Family with the black lines and the white and the red and the yellow and the bright blue, I really felt like this quilt was Mondrian inspired because it has these thin white borders that go around these big patches of fabric. And so I did something unique. Instead of just doing a stitch in the ditch, I actually picked the leaf pattern, as you can see, in and out. I thought that was very floral oriented, and it made me happy. So that's, and hey, I've got a excellent 760 Pro Elna, and my goodness, it has 270 stitches, so why not use some of those stitches? So I got it all tacked down, and Stuart's like, you know what, Beth? Still not. You've got really, really big fabric, and you need to have your fabric tacked down every 4 inches. So we discussed what I should do, because I didn't want to like super over quilt it because I love the fabric so much, and let's be honest, it's taken me 2 years and I don't have any time anyway. So I wanted to do something quick and happy, and so Stuart gave me this great tip. So I went and I found a stitch on my Elna, and I really fell in love with 253 because it's a flower. And so Stuart said, you should test it out to make sure you like it. So what I did first was I went and got some scraps. It's just, part of the back. So I could see the full sort of effect. I stitched a square because Stuart said if you just stitch, it doesn't hold like it's going to hold when it holds the fabric. So I stitched the square, and then I did some stitches just to see. So I really like this little fabric and this little flower, and it's going to hold the fabric down very nicely. And in a lot of the pattern, it actually disappears. So it's not too, it doesn't take away too much from the fabric. But, stopping the stitch at the perfect place, that is not easy. And so Tim, and we're going to link to the video that he did, showed me how to memorize the pattern. And so I'm going to show you what it looks like on the screen. So I have saved this stitch. It does 1 stitch. So see, it says the flower 1, which means 1 stitch, and then this is the number 253. Then the lock stitch, so it basically backs it up, and then it cuts it. So I just have to hit the start button. Now here's one of the things that I learned that I did not know before I started this project. You have to take your foot out and use your start-stop button on your Elna. The next thing that I did was I went in and I've measured these little chalk circles. They may be bigger. I made them bigger because I'm actually having sort of hard time seeing the chalk, but that's the guideline. So we've got the machine all threaded. You don't have to worry about the bobbin because the bobbin thread stays underneath because it's an Elna and it's smart, and I'm sure Tim can give you a technical explanation about that. So I put my foot down, hold my thread, and then watch this. Hit the start-stop button, and it just stitches out 1 complete little flower, does the locking stitch, and cuts it, and I can lift away, and then I just have to trim away the first thread. Isn't that cool? And so I have this cute little flower, and then I move on to my next one. So I hope that you find this very helpful, because it certainly has been helpful for me. I'll go back in and brush out the chalk, and then I'm very soon. I mean, this has been really easy, and I've actually done this part of the sewing in one night. So I hope you had fun watching this and that you'll be inspired to try something like this.